What's happening, guys? So, I wanted to come on here on the sports side of things here and talk about my lineup. I want to do these type of things every once in a while. I just come on and I talk about my lineup uh, in the long slate. So, I wanted to do this on Wednesday, but it didn't work out that way to talk about the long slates. Every Wednesday, I like to have myself or maybe our guys talk about uh, the games from uh, the games from Thursday to the end, all the long 16 games or so. So I want to do that to talk about the long slate, uh, and that's what I'm gonna do today. It's not always about Sunday games. Some people want to play the long slate. I've always wanted to play the long slate, whether uh, you know, sit them or not. Sometimes on the long slate, you want to just uh, fade everyone because you don't like the game at all. That is a good strategic play. So somebody's asking long slate. If you don't know, hey man, this is Draftkings football, FanDuel football. Long slate means all the games for the week. So you're probably on the wrong channel if you don't know what the long slate means. Not trying to be mean or nothing, but trying to put this together. All right. The reason I wanted to talk about the long slate so much with the long slate means the Thursday games. With the Thursday game. So that's what we're going to talk about. The reason I like the Thursday game is because I think it's going to be the highest scoring game of the week. I could be wrong. I'm wrong often. Vegas has it at 54, 53 and a half, 54. That's a high over. I think it's going to be over. Let's talk about that game for a little while because that's mostly what I want to talk about because my DraftKings lineup has a lot of the very first game, which is Thursday. I really like Patrick Mahomes. I think he's scoring 5 touchdowns today. 5. Usually, the Houston Texans are pretty good on the run. I think they'll stop them when it comes to the run. I think they're going to pass on them all day long. So this is going to be, even though it's the long slate, I'm not talking all 16 games. I'm just talking about what I have, my lineup. And then if I win in this lineup, then I'll just be able to say I told you so. If I lose, we always lose. So, but I win more than I lose lately. So I'm going to talk about what I like for my lineup specific only. Very few people watch this channel, so you can get, at this point, some inside information with this. Patrick Mahomes. You cannot tell me the guy's not going to throw for 5 touchdowns. 3 at the very, very least, running for 50 yards. I can't see another. He's $7,400 on DraftKings. I really can't see another quarterback that could come close to him. I think he's going off. So if he goes off, who does he go off with? 2 people. Yes, you're right. Hill and Kelsey. Kelsey may not even score touchdowns. Hill may get 200 yards. But Kelsey's going to get a lot of targets. I can see Kelsey getting 15 targets and a touchdown. Now, you're thinking, well, that means that they're going to have to keep pushing the ball. I think they will push the ball because I think Houston may keep within 14-7 and then 21-10, and then that type. They're going to blow them out, in my opinion. But they're going to keep it to where they got to keep pushing it. They can't just stop and slow it down. And because of that, I think David Johnson on the other end, this is my long slate. I got all these players in one game. Again, Vegas has it 54 points. David Johnson. Let me tell you why I really like David Johnson. He is $6,000 on Draftkings. I really like him because they need to prove a point. That coach got reamed. I call him that coach. That's my team. I'm going to call him that. He sucks as a coach. He got reamed by trading Hopkins. Arguably the best receiver in football. It's really not too much of an argument. I mean, next to him is Thomas. Hopkins is pure talent. You get rid of him for David Johnson. That coach is going to want David Johnson to do something. I could see him getting 3 touchdowns. He's going to say, yeah, we were right. We did it. Yes, we lost by 21 points, but our guy caught 10 passes for 3 touchdowns. I think the whole burden of David Johnson is going to be on his shoulders. I don't know if he's going to get that much rushing yards. He could, because Kansas City sometimes gives up rushing yards. But, man, I really like David Johnson on the passes. They're going to throw it down to him. He's going to run for 10 yards, throw it down. When they get to the 1-yard line, he's going to want David Johnson to get the touches because that's his guy. That's his guy. He traded Hopkins for that guy. So I could be wrong. He's $6,000. He's not super cheap. Yeah, see, if you think that Mahomes, if you play fantasy and you think Mahomes is going to destroy him, he's 7,400, which is a lot. But I think he's going to be worth his money today. He's going to be worth his money. So I like Mahomes. I like Johnson. I like Hill. And I like Kelsey a lot. Kelsey's going to walk on them. If I was going to change anyone, it would be Hill. But, Hill can go for 200 yards. Just like that. And man, if Houston can hang with this team, they're going to score 50 points by themselves. It is going to be a rout. So that's what I like in this game. I like, again, Mahomes is the quarterback, best quarterback of the week, in my opinion. David Johnson, I mean, look at his situation. Sometimes you got to put common sense involved in your picks with your game theory. Love David Johnson and Kelsey and Hill. That's my players for this week. I'm going to go ahead and tell you my entire lineup. I have a $100 lineup to win $3,000. It's a tournament that I've won several times. There's 222 people in it. And that's what I've won it a few times. And usually you aren't supposed to give you a whole lineup, but we have so few people watching. I'll just tell you my whole lineup. Maybe you can put it in. You don't have to put it in. It could bomb, but you never know. Okay, so I have $6,000. David Johnson is one of my running backs. My second running back, I think, is going to be the running back of the week. And no, it's not McCaffrey. No, it's not Elliott. No, it's not Barkley. Who is it? It's Eckler. That's right. $7,000 for Eckler against Cincinnati. If Cincinnati hangs with them like I think they can, Eckler is about to go monster. So I like Eckler a lot. And I went over this lineup. I looked at it, went over it, and I really like it. I mean, I think this is the $1 million lineup. If I'm right, then you owe me some money. So Eckler. So now I have to start looking for cheap wide receivers, which is difficult sometimes. But I did it. So I need to go pretty cheap not super, super cheap, but like 4,200 to 4,700. And sometimes it's hard to find wide receivers at that range, especially early in the season, because you don't know who's really going to go off. This rookie may start doing really well. That's super cheap. Then you start laying him in there. Third receiver that you really like because someone may have got hurt. That puts me to the point of Philadelphia. Everybody's hurt. $4,200 is Ward. He's 4,200, and he will be starting the entire game. He will get tons of volume. Do they need to pass it all the time? I don't know. Philadelphia against Washington. It seems like a pretty easy win. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but they're going to have to. Ross is definitely a sleeper. You're talking about Ross from Bengals? The Ross from Bengals. I had him in my lineup. I took him out. But he's definitely a sleeper. But so I like Ward. Everybody's hurt. He's a cheap receiver. Even if you put in a different lineup, even if you don't like this lineup, he is a receiver that will play the entire game. So he'll be in there. There's someone you can look at, someone that you can put in. My phone is right here with my lineup, so that's what I'm looking at. I will put it on the screen, but no need for that. So yes, I like Ward, and he is 4,200. I don't really love him. I'm hoping for the best with this. Philadelphia has a few receivers out. I think he's going to get tons of volume, tons of opportunity. And at this point, that's what I need to look for, opportunity, and to get maybe 10 to 15 points, which 15 points I'll be super happy with. But that's what you have to look at to get points somewhere. I'm not just going to throw a wide receiver in there that's, a third or maybe even third to fourth wide receiver where he comes in and out. I want someone that's going to stay in the game the entire time, and I think that Ward would do that. All right, now my last wide receiver, and I like him a lot. He is 4,700. He plays for Washington, the same game, and that's Steven Sims Jr. Don't hate, participate. He's their number 2 guy. I guess arguably their number 2 guy. His last 3 games, his third to last game, 5 receptions, 7 targets, 45 yards and a touchdown. Then the second to last game, 6 receptions, 64 yards, 2 touchdowns, 10 targets. His last game, 8 targets, 5 receptions, 81 yards. You better believe they're going to remember that. You better believe that they're going to be like, this guy can play ball. His last 3 to 4 games, actually, he got a lot of volume. Steven Sims Jr. will be their number 2 guy. He will get a lot of targets. Hopefully it's an over because I got 2 of them in there too. So he's 4,700. So I needed another receiver that's going to get volume. So I like him. Last but not least, this is a little iffy. Put it in the comment section if you can help me out. Here's my flex. 3,800. That's all I have in my flex. Number 1 spot. Don't hate. Participate. Jimmy Graham. 3,800. What am I supposed to do? Now, this is why I'm chasing points. I'm chasing points. What am I supposed to do? Jimmy Graham, Chicago. Will they start throwing to the tight end? He's definitely a catching tight end. Will he get volume? I don't know. This is the part that I need help. I'm going to look at this, guys. You guys that watch this, help me out. Flex. 3,800 and below. If you can help me find someone that's going to stay in the game the entire time, that's going to get volume. We have wide receiver Quinn from Washington in there. Not sure about that. Watson, Justin Watson from Tampa Bay. Okay, here's one that's a possibility. 3,800. You don't need much. No, you don't need much. But who else can I flex? 3,800. I have Cole from Jacksonville. Tate, Cincinnati. I think Ross is the one to go there. Guys, Cincinnati. I know I talk about some of you guys that know me that watch this, know that I'm on the board with Cincinnati having an okay season. Of course, talking winning the Super Bowl or their division is crazy talk. I get it. But I think they're going to be a solid team. I think they have Ross running down the field. You got a young quarterback dropping back. You have everybody. You got to watch Mixon. You better watch Mixon because he'll just drop it down to him. You have two solid receivers. You have Green and Boyd running routes, doing their thing, and then you have Ross running 120 miles an hour down the field. This quarterback's going to want to throw. He's going to want to gun it downfield. He's young. He doesn't have that much wisdom in the NBA. He's going to want a touchdown. He did it with Jefferson and Chase for LSU. He liked to throw it down to them. So I could see Ross doing well. But Tate, I don't even know. Maybe if someone gets hurt, he's just not in the, he's the fourth guy. So then you have Ginn. You have, I don't know if Rudolph is, maybe. Rudolph's in there as a tight end. You could play him. So when I go low like that, guys, when I get down to my very last player and it's like the flex position and it's 3,800, it's hard to find a receiver at that price unless other people get hurt. This is the beginning of the season, so we don't know. But yeah, I seen Aguilera. He's in here. Let me look at him. See, I want to put together my lineup every Thursday like this. So I might do this show by myself. Every Wednesday, talk about the Thursday long slate. I seen Aguilar. I don't know what I'm calling. I've always called him that. That is definitely a possibility because they don't have Williams anymore. He's shut down for the season. I might look at that. I might look at the Nelson Aguilar spot in Vegas. That's not bad. Because I'm iffy. I ain't going to lie. I'm a little iffy on Jimmy Graham. A little iffy. Do you know if Aguilar is going to stay on the field the entire time? Because if that's the case, I'm probably going to change it. Thanks to Craig's over here. You don't want to watch it anyway. I don't know about Richardson, man. So we can put our line up together. Maybe I'll do this with fans. To where me and a fan talks about their lineup. Sounds like a good idea. Okay, let me tell you. You know what? I'm switching it. Do you know if Aguilar is going to stay on the field? Is he their third guy? Is he their second guy? He is safer than Graham, but he's safer. That's for damn sure. But, Graham's upside is high. You have to agree with me there. It's pretty high. All right, here's the shocker of the week. We never know what's going to happen with defenses. We never know what's going to happen. So because I have this crazy lineup with very expensive Mahomes, Eckler, Johnson, Hill, Kelsey, very expensive lineup, then I need to go with the cheapest defense possible. Who is that? Miami. Why? Why not? He's throwing for two interceptions. Cam is throwing 2 interceptions. Why not? Yeah, he could possibly go off, but I'm rolling the dice, right? I'm not gonna, you know what the other one was? Like, I could have picked Houston's defense against Kansas City with a 54-point spread. I'm not going that route. So I like Miami's defense. Brand new team. Cam Newton, after missing an entire year, already old and fragile. You tell me he's not going to throw for a couple of interceptions? Maybe one run back? All you need is one run back. You solid. Couple of sacks, fumbles with him. What is he going to all of a sudden get it together? All of a sudden he's going to become an amazing quarterback again? I don't think so. So that's all, man. That's all I got for you. And I think I'm going to do this every Wednesday. No, today's Thursday. I wanted to do it yesterday, but everybody was busy. So I think I'm going to do my lineup and what I think. And it's not always going to be like this. I just really like tonight's game in a full slate. If you know, you can put $5, $10, $20 in the full slate. Play this game. Sometimes you want to sit everybody. You know, you get ahead of the game, you sit everybody. All of a sudden, it's a 14-3 game, and then you did a good job sitting everybody. But this game, first game of the season, Houston in Kansas City. Houston, they may be able to stop the run. They're going to pass all over them. It doesn't matter who Kansas City plays. They're going to pass on them. Now they're playing Houston. And Houston's my team. Jets. So I don't know. I'm going to look into the Aguilar. Again, guys, I need a $3,800 flex spot in my Draftkings lineup. If you can tell me somebody that you think is going to be on the field, if you heard some inside information or whatever, put it in the comment below so we can all start, you know, and we can all see who this person picks, where we can all do well. That's what this is about, us winning money. So I don't know. I mean, they're playing Carolina. They're going to want to pass the ball for sure. Waller's a big deal for me as well as a tight end. I think Waller for, as I'm looking at Nelson Aguilar, Waller's a good pick for a tight end if you like him. I'm going to look at a few other things before I go to see some other things I like. I don't know if is he even playing still, Cameron? I don't even know. I mean, maybe. Is he starting for him? Is he 30? Is he that cheap? So we have McCaffrey. And I'm gonna say this, Cameron, have you been here the entire time? I've won NBA. I came second in the tournament day before that, 3 days ago. I came second in the tournament in NBA. I came first yesterday, not yesterday, but the day before that. First in a tournament in the NBA. My last 6 games, I've won $1,200 in the NBA. I do win every once in a while in the NBA. I suck at NLB. That's Cameron's thing. I'm terrible. So I can't do that. I can't do they started doing freaking race car. Can't do that. Can't do golf. Can't do MLB. I'm terrible. I can win tournaments in the NBA. I do it all the time, every year. And in football, I win tournaments, big tournaments, every year. Every single year, I win something big. Last year, 2 years in a row, I won this tournament that I'm in right now. It's 222 people. and it is $3,000 to winner. I've won that tournament several times in my life. Cameron, if you haven't heard this, this is the game I like all week long, and it is the Houston, Kansas City game. I think that Mahomes is about to go ape nuts. I think he's getting 5 touchdowns. You may like the running back. I like the running back. I do. I'm not saying he ain't get points, but I think the points are going to go with Hill and Kelsey and Mahomes. He'll be the best quarterback of the week. Just overview of what I've already talked about. Eckler. Love Eckler this week. Now, I'm going to look at Tyler. I'm just looking for a slot for my $3,800 flex spot. I like Sims Jr. for Washington, 4,700, because look at his performance right before he left. He's one of their number 2 guys. I think he's their number 2 guy. Super cheap. Nobody really knows about him right now. So just check it out. Look at his numbers for the last 4 games. His last 3 games, I think he scored 4 touchdowns that he played. Ward, everybody's hurt for Philadelphia. We like him because he's cheap. I'm not saying he's a talented receiver because, I mean, he's okay. He's just not a superstar. But I'm going to tell you something that I really like. I like Odell Beckham Jr. I like him because you can get him cheap now. He had a terrible season last year. We all know he's one of the best receivers in the NFL, and he's cheap. So this is the time to jump on the cheap people and to win some money. Cameron, defense, Miami. That's crazy, ain't it? Miami against New England. I said this just now. He's throwing some interceptions. That's happening. Okay, let's go over some running backs before I let you guys go. McCaffrey. Yes, he's getting 25 points. Is that enough? He's $10,000. Odell likes poop. He had a shit season. We all know. Willie's might come on this one every once in a while with me. I kind of want to do something to where I do it. You know, we have Cameron and Josh doing some things, but kind of want to break down my lineup, and we'll break it down with Cameron sometimes and with Josh sometimes. Just my personal lineups. I just think it'd be fun. So we have Barkley. I mean, yes, these players are going to get some points. McCaffrey's getting his points. Barkley's getting his points. Elliott's getting his points. Cook's getting his points. Henry, I think they're shutting Henry down. That might come back to bite me. Then we have our boy from LSU, Edwards, playing against the Texans. They ain't gonna have to. I mean, they can shut them down all day long. It doesn't matter. They can stop the run. The Texans can stop the run. Bengals. Hold on. Mixon, 6,700 for the Bengals. Yes, it's a good play. I like that play because you're going to have a rookie quarterback going up there. They don't have that good of an offense. We know that. I mean, the offensive line is weak. They put together a better defense. The offensive line is definitely weak. So they're going to have to dump it down. I think he's going to be on the run. If they can actually block for him, I think that he's going to do well this year. I think they're going to win the game. So me saying that they're going to win the game, just saying, they win the game. That's all they need. Eckler is right at Clyde Edwards. I mean, guys, I don't know how you guys aren't like jumping all over that Eckler pick. That Eckler pick that is a boss. Like, I had to fix my lineup as I'm going over it, and I'm like, I can't change Eckler. I can't change Johnson. I think it's a terrible pick that Houston picked Dave Johnson and traded him. But you have Bill O'Brien that has to make that make sense. He has to. They just paid how much for this guy? a lot, whatever it was. So they have to do something with him. They will throw it to him. He is getting the 1 yard runs. And you can run on Kansas City. And he's only, what, 28 years old? 28 years old? He's young. I mean, that's getting to the older age, but he's still healthy. They're gonna cater to him. So I really like Johnson. That's my team, guys. That's what I got. This is my team. The only thing I may change is the wide receiver. Cameron, do you know if Aguilar is going to play the entire game? I need a $3,800 flex player. I liked Graham, but I'm scared of Graham. A little scared of Graham, I ain't gonna lie. He can get you 0 points. He can get you 25 points. His upside is really good, but he can get you 0 points. Matter of fact, he got 0 points week 18. He got 2 points week 16, 1 point week 15, 2 points week 13. He worries me. So Aguilar, I'm okay with the third wide receiver. We have Quinn, we have Justin Watson, we have Sharp from Minnesota, Cole from Jacksonville, Roberts, Tate from Cincinnati. I think that he is their second guy. We have tight end for Cincinnati. Uzma. Is he their starting tight end? So that's what this is about, guys. If you don't like fantasy football or anything like that, you're probably not going to enjoy this, what I do here. But if you enjoy fantasy football and you're actually putting lineups in, we could talk about it. We got Josh Jacobs this year. That's what Craig likes. He's good. Yes, that's a solid pick. But then you have Howard for 3,700. You have Ginn Jr., which I am not touching. You have Rudolph for 3,700. So I need to think of I need a $3,800 guy. That's the only one that I don't know yet. I might change that. I've switched everything around a lot of different times. I had Odell Beckham in my lineup. Couldn't fit him in because I won't heal. And then I had my tight ends. I had Eckler in my lineup. I mean, Eckler. I had Ertz in my lineup as my tight end. And then I'm like, man, I cannot not play Kelsey. If I think that this game is going to be this impressive, I have to play Kelsey. I just have to. So I changed it. When I changed it, he's Ertz is 5,800 and Kelsey is 7,000. So that changed everything for me. Then I had to find 2 cheap wide receivers. I went Sims Jr. and Ward. They're both one. I think Sims Jr. is the second guy. I think Ward's their third guy, but everybody's hurt, so he may be the second guy. He's just going to get a lot of time for Philadelphia. And then, my flex spot. Help me with the flex spot, guys. Got a little while to go. I'm going to watch the comments. And I need $3,800 DraftKings or low for my flex spot. I really can't see. I mean, you have Doyle, Jack Doyle, maybe. But some of you guys, Ebron, I don't know what's up with Ebron. Oh, he's at Philadelphia now. Chris Thomas. Let me look at Chris Thomas. I don't even know if I have him. I don't know if he's. Let me see. Chris Thomas. It is raining over here. He's not even in my lineup. I don't know where he is. No. So right now I'm going to go with if Aguilar is their third guy, I think I'm going to go with him for now. Just Jimmy Graham just worries me. Aguilar can get, he could get a touchdown. Well, Jimmy can too, but he's going to stay on the field against Carolina. Oh, Thompson is 4,000. That's why I can't find him. He just missed it. Can't go no cheaper than the Dolphins defense, $2,000. Miami. I think that's a good play, actually. I like that play. I like this lineup. And this is real money we're playing with, guys. This ain't fake money. Like, I'm being serious when I talk to you guys about my lineups. You can talk to me about who you like. What quarterback do you like the best? Jackson is 8,100. I wouldn't touch that right now at all. Wilson, 7,000 against Atlanta. Yes, he's good, but Patrick Mahomes at 74. Come off Kelsey. Cameron is telling me to come off Kelsey, guys. That may be a smart move, but I can't do it. I think Kelsey's getting 15 targets today. I think Kelsey's catching at least one touchdown and having 100 yards. Easy. Yeah, I mean, I would come off a Hill before I come off of Kelsey. It might be a good play. Sammy Watkins is somebody that I looked at. I just think that Hill is so much more talented. He'll be open a lot. And I think and they may try to double team Hill. They can't double team anybody because you got Kelsey. You double team Kelsey, you got Hill open or Watkins. So no, that's Watkins is definitely someone to look at. Come off Kelsey. Let me put this right here. It's easy. It's easy for you to be right than me to be right because there's so many people. But if Kelsey gets 25 points, then I would say it was a good play. You can't go wrong with 20. I mean, yes, you're gonna maybe have somebody that goes crazy. I see Kelsey getting 25 points today. See how right I am so I can clip this all together. Or if I'm not right at all, I'll just delete it. Murray's 6,400. That's a good one too, though. I think. Would you like Hopkins? I mean, I also at one point had Hopkins in my lineup, but he has so many targets to throw to. It's not like in Houston where, you had a hurt. I forgot his name. You have a hurt guy constantly getting hurt, and then that's all you have. Kelsey is a monster. Don't listen to him. Right there. Who says my flex player is weak, though? Aguilar is the beast. I just have to hit. I do realize that I have to get lucky on my flex spot. I can't come off at Kelsey. I just cannot come off of Kelsey with this game. He could be the one with the 3 touchdowns. And Murray and Hopkins stack. It's not like, guys, it's just not the same as when he was in Houston. If I was going to stack Murray, it would be with a little bit different, because that stack scares me. There's so many targets over there right now that I'm not really into that stack at this point. I'm looking. Yeah. I mean, he's got some talent over there. They're going to have a solid offense. I wouldn't. There's no way I'm not taking, at this point, when you're in your mind, you're like, I'm going with this. I'd rather lose and, just be wrong. Well, I'd rather be right, but I'm just saying, if I'm a lose, I'd rather go with my gut. I hate when I put in a lineup and I'm like, I like the fact when I put a lineup and I'm like, I like that. I like that lineup. I'm good with losing. I'm good with winning. I'm good with it because I studied it. I like it. I hate when I put in lineup and I start taking out players and then that player goes off. And I'm like, I knew it. I knew it. Why didn't I keep him in my lineup? So I hate when I think like that. This lineup, there's a few question marks, but I like it. My question mark is my flex player. And now I just changed it because of you guys. Changed it to Aguilar, but I'm okay with changing it because I wasn't comfortable with Graham anyway. I might change it back to Graham. I don't know. That's a very strong possibility. That's a super strong. Kelsey is a wide receiver, but so is Kittle. But Kittle is $200 more than Kelsey. Just saying, he's 7,200. Kelsey is 7,000. In the game with a 54-point over, a 50.4-point spread, I'm going with Kelsey. I'll take that bet if you want to bet it. I bet you $50 that Kelsey, you just say it right here, I'll take a picture of it, and I'll Venmo you the money. I bet you $50 Kelsey has more points than Kettle, even though Kettle is $200 more. Anybody want to take that bet? Anybody want to take that? Anybody. I'll Venmo you personally $50. Or you Venmo me $50. Kelsey will score more than Kettle. Waiting. You don't want to do that, man. I don't want to take your money. You work too hard, man, Cameron. You work too hard for your money. Don't make me start taking your money from you. I'm pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, guys. When it comes to this, I'm not bad. I consider myself a little bit under the professional level. I spend about $250, $350 a week. Like, I play hard. So I mean, that's not that much, but still, I'm always playing. Cream Hunt at 51. I stay away from Cream Hunt at this point with this game because there's too many people in the backfield. Russell Hans, boogie service. We got a boogie service going on right now. Anybody want to take that bet? Kelsey will score more than Kettle. I might tweet that. You make some easy money. Because if I lose, I'll send you the money. If you lose and don't send me the money, then we're blowing it up. So that's all I got, guys. That's all I got for this game slate. if I'm on point with this game, then I just really like the Thursday night game. Sometimes I don't like it. A lot of times I don't like it, but I really like this game. Spread, like I said, Vegas has it at 53.5, and 53.5. That's a high total for Pro. I think it's going over. First game of the season. Craziness. Hopefully. I'll bet on some things. Are you planning on betting on any lines or just do FanDuel stuff? No, we're going to bet on some lines. You need to go to Phil. Phil is on the show. He'll talk about lines. He's more of the gambling part of this of the Russell Hantz Show sports. Me, Cameron, Josh, we're more of the fantasy aspect of it. When it comes to gambling on it, Phil's the man. You can message in his message. You can check out. He has a website, stuff like that he gambles with. I've won a lot of money in Reno. Just got back from Reno because of Phil. And now my last 2 out of 3 games in the NBA, I had a perfect lineup the other day. Perfect. If I would have had that lineup in a big tournament, probably would have won a lot of money. I won my tournament by 15 points or so. But it was in basketball. I won the last 2 tournaments. I came first in one, came second in one. I was first in the one, I was second, but then 10 minutes later, they took me down, took a point down, which I am calling them now, and I want to recount. So, we're getting one of them to sponsor us. Matter of fact, we'll probably work on that tomorrow. Draftkings, because I use Draftkings. Cameron uses FanDuel. I just can't work with FanDuel. So that's it, guys. That's all I got. Here's my lineup. Say it again out loud, every single bit of it. Mahomes, Eckler, David Johnson, Hill, Kansas City, Sims, Washington Sims Jr., Ward, Philadelphia, Kelsey. Oh, what's happening here? Kelsey, my tight end for Kansas City. Right now, I changed it to Aguilar. That may change if I get some comments in the section for a flex player that's 3,800 that's going to stay in the entire game. My defense is Miami. When we do get sponsors, I won't be able to say my entire lineup. I think they make you leave out a couple. But that's all I got. Let's see if this hits. Like I said, I might change the flex spot. I can't see myself changing anything else as I'm looking at it. I'm not fading Kelsey. That's not happening. He's getting more points than Kettle. Put your money down on that. And that's all, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to do this probably every Wednesday. I'll have a guest every once in a while. I just like to talk about the lineups because it helps me too. I changed the player with you guys' help. So it helps me too. We talk about the players, and we'll, look at the lineup. When this falls to pieces and I win nothing, then we start all over again with Sunday slates. All right, guys, that's it. Keep hope alive.